Welcome back, Truth Seekers. We continue our journey into the Flat Earth, Examining the Evidence series. This is part 3. We've delved into some thought-provoking discussions in our previous episodes, and today isn't going to be any different. Our focus now shifts, exploring the idea of a divine dome, a celestial canopy placed over our Earth. This intriguing concept isn't born out of thin air but finds its roots in the ancient biblical texts. So we turn our attention to the ancient texts of Genesis, chapter 1 verse 2. Now the earth was formless and empty, darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. A simple observation of the phrase hovering over the waters changes everything you ever thought about the opening scene of Genesis chapter 1 verse 2. Next, let's move forward to Genesis chapter 1 verse 6. This verse has been interpreted in many ways over the centuries. Let's embark on a journey of cross-referencing various versions of the same scripture. Then God said, "Let there be a dome in the middle of the waters to separate one body of water from the other." An intriguing concept, isn't it? Now let's explore another version. "And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Again, the idea of something dividing bodies of water emerges. Moving forward, then God said, "Let there be a canopy between bodies of water, separating bodies of water from bodies of water." Here the term canopy replaces dome, yet the concept remains the same. Lastly, "And God said, let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." Once again the word changes, but the premise is consistent. Through these interpretations, the common theme appears to be a dome, vault, or canopy, separating bodies of water. Is it just metaphorical language, or could it be a depiction of our Earth's structure? With these interpretations in mind, let's delve deeper into the evidence. Popular culture has often depicted domes or vaults in various forms. Are these mere coincidences or something more? Let's consider a few examples. In the world of animation, we have the lovable klutz, Homer Simpson. Remember that episode where Homer hits a home run, and the ball soars high and hits the sky, causing it to crack? And then water starts pouring down. Quite creative of the authors, isn't it? But have you ever stopped to ponder the symbolism behind this scene? It's almost as if they're hinting at a dome-like structure that's holding water above us. Then, let's dive into the oceanic town of Bikini Bottom, home to SpongeBob SquarePants. Among the quirky residents is Sandy Cheeks, a squirrel living in an underwater dome. She even wears what appears to be a spacesuit. It's almost as if she's living in an environment separated from the rest of the world by a dome. Sound familiar? Could the idea of Sandy wearing a spacesuit underwater be an example of things hidden in plain sight? Next up, let's step into the world of The Truman Show, a movie that's a little too close to reality for comfort. In this film, Jim Carrey's character discovers his entire life is a fabrication, all encased within a giant dome. Next, let's read from the book of Job chapter 37 verse 18, which states, "Hast thou with him spread out the sky which is strong, and as a molten-looking glass?" This verse described the sky as a molten-looking glass. It's an eerie yet literal reflection of the concept of a domed earth, isn't it? However, there's more. Most of us have heard of the cliché, breaking the glass ceiling, meaning to move past barriers that are holding you back. In 2016, Hillary Clinton, in her bid for the presidency, made the following statement: "Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it." Now that you are training your eyes to see things hidden in plain sight, the implications of her statement cannot be denied. Was she simply talking about personal achievement, or was there a deeper meaning behind her statement? Finally, let's take a look at Operation Fishbowl. Operation Fishbowl was a series of high-altitude nuclear tests in 1962 that were carried out by the United States. Now, with everything you've learned thus far, one question organically comes to mind. Why did they call it Operation Fishbowl? Were they indeed trying to crack the glass ceiling? Were they following in Nimrod's footsteps by forcing their way into the higher heavens? So, what do all these instances have in common? They all depict a dome or vault-like structure separating different environments. Could this be a mere coincidence, or is it possible that these consistent depictions are hinting at a truth hidden in plain sight? In addition, part 1 of this series covers all of the ancient civilizations who knew nothing about the Bible, but also depicted their world as encased in an underwater dome. These consistent depictions lead us to question, could this be a hidden truth in plain sight? If indeed a dome exists above our Earth, what could be the implications of this? This question, my friends, opens up a Pandora's box of possibilities, shaking the very foundations of our understanding of the universe. Let's imagine for a moment that the Bible and all of the verifying observations are correct, that there is, in fact, a dome, a vault, or a canopy separating us from the waters above. What could this mean? Simply put, it would be a game changer, a paradigm shift of monumental proportions. The existence of such a structure could serve as compelling evidence for the existence of a creator, a divine architect of our world. Consider the profound impact this could have on our collective beliefs. The notion of an omnipotent creator, once relegated only to the realm of faith and spirituality, would now have a tangible physical manifestation. It would be hard to dismiss the idea of a higher power if we were living under a celestial dome of his creation. But why, you might ask, would this truth be hidden? Well, the answer to that may lie in the power of knowledge. If every individual knew about the dome, if everyone understood its implications, the world as we know it would change overnight. The existence of a creator would no longer be a matter of faith, but a matter of fact. This revelation could disrupt power structures, challenge long-held beliefs, and force us to reevaluate our place in the universe. So, could it be that this truth is concealed to maintain the status quo? To keep us questioning, searching, and doubting? Perhaps. But as we dive deeper into these concepts, we must remember to keep our minds open to accepting the truth when it shows up, no matter how outlandish it may seem. As we continue to unravel the evidence, we invite you to keep an open mind and join us in our quest for truth. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. Be sure to check out the enlightening books written by TKW. The link is in the description. Stay tuned for our next video. Always knowing this, the Kingdom Warrior channel is your resource for all biblical, historical, and scientific questions about God and more.